All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we have Trump offers $1,000 for immigrants to leave. But we also have another story that's breaking here. Trump desperate for trade deal as clock ticks down. I'm looking at the report here. There are two reports I want to bring you up to speed on real quick. Well, the first one is the one I'm looking at on CNN about the trade deal. It says President Donald Trump, the deal maker in chief, has said for weeks that at least one trade deal is imminent.
I think CNN should have had a self-proclaimed.
Okay.
They should have put that there. He called himself that.
Right. Hello, Marriott. I see you, Marriott. Yeah. All right. So it says self-proclaimed. I'm going to hide it myself. Self-proclaimed deal maker in chief has said for weeks that at least one trade deal is imminent with one of the dozens of countries in active negotiations with the United States to avoid punishing tariffs. So where is it? On Sunday aboard Air Force One, Trump said there could very, and I quote, I have to put that in quote, there could very well be, close quote, there could very well be, it looks like he's always dreaming, there could very well be trade deals announced this week.
That's a probable subjunctive right there. It may not exist anywhere. So go ahead.
There could very well be trade deals announced this week. He also said that last week and the week before. At the same time, Trump continued to temper expectations, saying foreign countries, both friends and foes, have been ripping off the United States for years, and trade agreements would come only when he agrees to terms that will benefit Americans. The ball is in his court, not theirs, Trump argues. I'll let you speak to that. But on the second story here, Trump administration say it will pay immigrants in the U.S. illegally $1,000 to leave the country. If you're in the U.S. illegally,
okay.
Illegally, he will pay you $1,000 to leave the country. According to AP, pushing forward with its mass deportation agenda, President Donald Trump's administration said Monday that it would pay $1,000 to immigrants who are in the United States illegally and return to their home country voluntarily. The Department of Homeland Security said in a news release that it would also pay for travel assistance and that people will use an app called CBP Home to tell the government that they plan to return home will be deprioritized for detention and removal by immigrants. So they should come and report themselves so that they're deprioritized for detention.
What a nice incentivization.
I'm done with this. Let me hear what you have to say about this. Welcome to Babes with Marriott, Chinye. I see all of you in the chat. Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much for being part of us. I join in welcoming everyone aboard. Now, isn't it? Wonderful. So ingenious of our dear president. We must award the laurel of being a real deal maker right now. And I'm just being sarcastic and satirical. The truth of the matter is that this man thinks everybody could be taken for a sucker. He thinks everybody could be taken for a sucker, so they dangle it.
What do you mean by sucker? As in like a mumu?
Yeah, like quote and unquote. Respect to the fans and members of Dundee United Football Club, but like we often say in Nigeria, he thinks everybody will unite like Dundee. It's not so
like Dundee United.
Yes, I'm trying to reframe it so that I do not stereotype anybody. But you know that in Nigeria we call this kind of deal stuff for Dundee United. Dundee United.
Right. I learned from you that Dundee United was an actual team.
Yeah, it's a team in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom. So what we're saying here is that He thinks people will suck up this kind of baloney, and then we'll sing Hallelujah in the great by and by, and probably Kumbaya, Song of Freedom, among the, what that Negro spiritual is like. That feeling of yes, he is giving us something for which we ought to be grateful. No, thanks, no. Is what I think he will get from
No thanks, no.
no thanks, no, from a vast majority of the immigrants
Illegal
that are
immigrants.
endangered now. Yes, that are endangered now. See, I do not know what can change the mind of Mr. Donald Trump. Remember, with some mayor of Sobrighton, the last homily by the departed Pope Francis at Easter, how he said, migrants should be shown respect all over the world. And when that man said that, the following morning at about 7:30 a.m., he transited into eternal reign with the Lord Jesus Christ. And for Donald Trump, who attended his funeral, you would think there will be some, some impartation from the last words of this man that did so much in preaching peace to the world by way of a Christian standard and moral compass. But Donald Trump is not really connecting with the feelings of subaltern people all over the world, which is why this desperation. But from what we now know, this is not just going to be a deal for clamping down on what we were first told, the dummy that we were first given, because they always thought, oh, this one, they will believe anything. What we were first told was the story that, oh, criminal elements who are illegal aliens will be the people that will be thrown out of this country. But people who knew, I listened to the auction of Christian message in a church in Kansas City, where the pastor of ANBC, All Nation Breakthrough Church, said that, oh, just wait until all these things begin to happen. You think illegal aliens will be the target? No. When it begins to rain, it will not just be funny. It will be pouring. And what do we have now? You have seen situations in which American citizens are also being thrown out first, and then questions asked later. And the administration is so reluctant in apologizing for its mistakes. So many missteps and so much mistakes. Look at the gentleman that was yanked up from Maryland and thrown to El Salvador. What's it called? Prison. They said initially they admitted it was done mistakenly, but since then they have been doubling down. They have been having oppositions and all kinds of stories. I mean, I've never seen such an horrendous performance on the part of a president from the civilized world that would say, "Oh, well, he is there," and then we don't know if the president of that country accedes to it. We can't force that. Disobeying and not listening to rulings from federal courts. And this thing now going all the way to Supreme Court. Supreme Court just made a pronouncement on all 9 justices there, taking a position on how this administration must comply with what's it called? Due process. What is this saying? He is saying, oh, I think what I'm hearing is different. How can you hear what is different? So people are turning unambiguous and clear-cut rulings to reducing them to polemic standards so that everybody can say, oh, your truth is not my truth. This alternate reality of a thing is being taken too far. So much so that somebody that has never loved the truth will promote his falsehood as if it is truth. And then can just poke fun at all of us. Thank God, he also found out very early that this country would stand rock solid against him for a third time. He has recanted concerning that. And he's been beaten back in his track concerning so many of these things. And what can we say? Thank God for the founding fathers of this country for giving us a legacy of strong institutions. That is what is containing Donald Trump. Of course, you see his position on whether he will go for third time, where he flatly said, "Oh no," but he would hand over to worthy Republican and what have you. He said he doesn't know if it is constitutional. Of course, he knows it is unconstitutional for him to ask for third time, but he will reduce everything to arguments so that he will hide his what's it called, elementary grade level reasoning, and then sound like, oh, he is somebody who knows how to argue back and forth. It's so shameful. So we go back to the issue of these trade deals that is been making. Nobody is kissing up to him. No, I don't know of any serious, but he has to work that out. It is self-inflicted. It is avoidable. If he has taken us on this roller coaster that leads to nowhere, he is always the one that is imagining it. It depends on which side of the bed he wakes up. He wakes up from any day. He will tell you, "Oh, they are cheating America and all that." But you and I, who have this heritage of coming from an African country, can you really say that anybody has ever cheated America in the presence of IMF, World Bank, International Financial Corporation, IFC? Of course, they know they have always cheated the downtrodden people from disfavored countries of this world. But he wants to change the narrative and then play the victim's card. I do not know how far I can go with all this, because the whole world says that this trade war at all levels is avoidable, and that now it is spiking inflation trend all over everywhere in the United States. And so, regardless of the new employment figures that God rolled out, that is not because of him. It was in spite of him. Nobody should give him credit, because when it looked like it was bad in the opinion polls, he was blaming it on Joe Biden. Now that the employment figures look like he's enjoying some kind of upswing, he wants to embrace it that, oh, it's working for us. No, it is the resilience of the American economy and not the unstable dynamics that continues to get rolled out from Donald Trump. Thank you very much. Hello, Ola.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Hit like, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we drop videos. We're getting into the topic of the day right now. We'll be right back.